So let me get this straight. Just let me understand this a little bit, okay? So you demonized the Marcos family for the last 30 years. You ousted Marcos because he was a dictator. But during his time, we were the second richest country in Asia, the Pearl of the Orient. And Marcos built all these monumental infrastructure that still stands today. Obviously, they were clothed in controversy, but who built these infrastructure projects that is being used till now? And why, if the Marcoses were so evil, then why did we not get better when they were gone? I mean, if you blame all the blatant corruption on the Marcoses, no. Because you made sure they were out of government. You made sure that they were stuck in their side in Ilocos while you guys took over in the national government. Then if you guys were so innocent, then why are you friends and allies of the people terrorizing and trying to tear this country apart? This isn't historical revisionism. I'm just trying to ask questions here. Why, if you guys were so innocent, then why did we not get better in 30 years? Why did it have to be a Bisaya, a Duterte from Mindanao that had to build? Something that Ferdinand Marcos started during his time. I'm trying to ask questions because I grew up after the martial law had ended. But my grandparents are Marcos loyalists because during their time, they experienced the golden age of business. Because you, the victims, the so-called anti-Marcos, isn't it all propaganda? Isn't that all over-exaggeration of events? Are you guys trying to cover up what evil you also did that the country tried to eradicate? Didn't you also try to kill men and women in uniform and they only simply fought back? That's the kind of thing that doesn't make sense to me though, because if you guys are the innocents and you guys are the betterment of the Philippines, then why were we poor for 30 years? And why did the allies that you put in place make us poorer, make us dumber? I'd like to understand that. I'm not taking sides. But I mean, people are awake. And sometimes what you say in your propaganda doesn't really make sense anymore because the ones flouting the propaganda are the communists that want to tear this country apart. It's a CPP, NPA, NDF that sprout all of these lies. So why would we believe you if your allies are the terrorists trying to destabilize the country now? So it just makes sense to me that Marcos was just trying to protect the Philippines from the cockroaches. The same way that Duterte is trying to end these cockroaches. I get it now. For 30 years, it was your allies that were in place, the yellow tards. But why is the golden age of infrastructure only at the time of Marcos and now at the time of Duterte? Where in between, you've been using all these monumental projects of Marcos and passing it off as your own, but you didn't really make any more of it. You always say, oh, because he stole so much. Oh, there's national debt. Heck, honey, there's national debt till now, but it's only now that we got pretty nice infrastructure with the build of President Duterte, whose blueprint came from Ferdinand Marcos, right? Wala lang. Just something that I thought of. I don't know. That's not historical revisionism because it's just straight up facts. If you guys were so innocent and if you guys truly were the betterment of the Philippines, let me repeat that, then you wouldn't be the terrorists. Then you wouldn't be the cockroaches trying to get back in power but won't. Ingat. In the last few days, I realized something very funny about the weaklings of this present generation. Whoever created cancel culture is so weak somebody without a backbone, somebody born without having to face challenges, or even if they face challenges, they never win at anything, and that's why they would much rather cancel somebody who's worked so hard to be where they are now. You think Tony Gonzaga will be affected by cancel culture? Not even a single bit. She's created herself and where she is now for the last 20 years. I met Tony at a Sprite commercial. The first time I ever saw her on TV was when she said the one line I wanted to say all my life. I love you, Piolo. Of course, for somebody like me and the age that I'm in now, I'm actually the same age as Alex. We went to school together, the same university together, actually. She went to EDUC and I went to IMC. But aside from that, I do know that these siblings, Tony and Alex, they work their asses off for where they are now. They don't use each other's names to get ahead. They have their own crafts. They have their own niche in the industry. And one thing I realized is that you think you can cancel anybody that you don't agree with. It doesn't work that way. It didn't even affect me when you tried to cancel me many times. Remember? Since I started becoming viral in November of last year, you tried so hard to ban me from every single platform. Facebook, you've banned me on TikTok. You've tried to shut me up and made me trending on Twitter many times to hate me. And it did not affect me one bit. And I'm a nobody. I'm not even a vlogger or a blogger, and I don't get monetized for the content I make for the government. I just am a single person, a normal person. I'm a skincare entrepreneur. I'm a single mother by choice. And watching this celebrity getting canceled for something she's so good at is funny because you think it'll affect her. It won't. No matter how many times you cancel Tony Gonzaga, she's still fabulously married to Paul Soriano. She's still got the coolest parents and the coolest sister too. You think that'll affect her one bit? No, it won't. The voices of these so-called victims of the Marcoses have echoed for years and years and years, and we have not heard anything else except for you demonizing the Marcoses. But why do the rest of us not feel the same? Isn't that something you need to think about? When you've demonized this single family, and when Bongbong Marcos speaks about his father, you want to cancel the person who asks the questions. You demand that she's being a Marcos apologist. She's not. She's just doing what she's good at. And if you are so desperate for a platform, ask the many anti-Marcos celebrities to do the same. But they will never be Tony Gonzaga. Right? Pathetic losers. These purveyors of cancel culture. Is that how low and is that how weak you have become? Nobody will get canceled because we are not a subscription to the news. We are not a Lazada or Shopee order. We're real people and we have voices, and our voices will be used to defend what is the truth, to uphold it. Because as I see it, mainstream media has been all about being paid to lie, being paid to destabilize the government, being paid to only talk about things but not actually do anything to help the Filipino people. To Miss Tony Gonzaga, I doubt you'll see this video, but I have supported you ever since you said, I love you, Piolo, because I wanted to say that line. I've always been such a big fan of you. And for what you have done and what you continue to do, hindi ka nila makikancel. Sa ganda mo niyan, sis. My God. They can only wish. You just made her more viral. Congratulations, Miss Tony. I'll see you soon. Ingat!